Um, the Bible is always contemporary, is probably what I would say. We tend to have this idea that there's the biblical world and there's contemporary issues. And I think that the question is always, how does the Bible impact how we're living today? So for example, the Bible says all kinds of stuff about marriage, but that only matters if you talk about your actual marriage that you have, right? The Bible says a lot about parenting, but you actually have to parent the actual kids in front of you. And so what I say is, part of what it means to be a reader of the Bible is to open the biblical text and say, what does the biblical text have to say about what's going on in the culture? The question isn't whether or not we're dealing with a contemporary issue. The question is who's controlling what? Are the contemporary issues determining what the Bible says, or does the Bible determine how we respond to contemporary issues? And so in some sense, I'm saying, yes, in the context of culture, we're asking questions about ethnicity and justice. Well, I think the natural response for a Christian to be, well, what does the Bible say about these things? I think it's the Bereans, where it says they open up the scriptures to see if the things in there were true. And so I think that what we need to be able to do is to open. And sometimes the Bible shows us that we're asking completely the wrong questions, and that the entire way that the contemporary culture is addressing it is incorrect. And so I think that this is a class not just on social, cultural, political issues. It's starting with the biblical text and going from the biblical text to the culture, and it's listening at what the culture is saying when examining those things in light of the scriptures. And I don't know what else you could do with the Bible course, because application is the final aspect of interpretation. And so there's both interpretation and then application. And of course, we won't get everything right, but I think that people will see that we're trying to read the Bible as best as we can.